is going on today, guys? My name is Silver, and I am here today because I want to show you guys something. I've been requested to do this a few times by some people, not on YouTube, but other things. I'm gonna do a class setup video for you guys today, and I hope you guys enjoy it. And if you do, make sure to slap that like button and leave a comment down below because I will be doing that Q&A soon. So yeah, let's get right into it. So my first class setup I have is a random thing. It's not all that fun because it has a bunch of random stuff, and I don't use it all that much. This is my main one I use for FFA. It's Ballista with extended clip. Remember to run those nice perks. Lightweight, hardline, fast hands, dexterity, and attack mask. Because I don't really like getting shocked, concussioned, all that kind of stuff. And the hardline helps me get those score streaks easier. And I just throw on a shock charge because it blocks out, because sometimes I usually we'll camp in a building and hold down an area, and I need a doorway covered or something. And then a few tricks on classes, something like that. For feeding, I like to use these type of classes. This is my main feeding one, so I'll go into this first. It's a ballista with extended clip and ballista with extended clip and CPU, and flat jacket, fast hands, dexterity, and tac mask. Always run tac mask and flat jacket unless you're running something like I think I don't. Unless you're running like my knifing class. My knifing class I know has flat jacket and tac mask on it. I don't like getting concussion or flash all that much. But usually I'll run lightweight, and I'll keep the tac mask on, but I'll run lightweight instead of flat jacket. But I only run those because if you're going to be a sniper and you're feeding, you're running around, you should be able to, run around without getting stunned, let those grenades bounce off you, all that kind of stuff. And I use dexterity too. And I always throw an attack insert because I just don't like walking all the way back to where I was feeding before. And that's my lucky camo is Paladin, if you guys. Because Paladin is just like a really lucky camo for me. I've hit a few clips with it. So moving on, I use a dual band class. My dual band class is with the ballista. It's same class setup except with dexterity. I use primary gunfighter and I put on that dual band. And for my DSR, I run the same exact thing as the ballista class, and everything is the same. Extended clip, CPU, all the other same perks and tac insert. The cap 40 just helps me in case like somebody's camping my tac, or if I need to get out of a tough situation, I'll use that. My knifing class is my main go-to. I'm going for mainly skewer clips right now, so I don't use tomahawks on my class. But it's everything is the same as the ballista class and the DSR class, except instead of using perk 3 greed, I use perk 2 greed and put on that scavenger because I really don't need dexterity for night feeding. I use tac mask and flat jacket, and then I throw on that tac insert with tactation, or however, I think that's tactation, and throw in 2 flashbangs. I prefer flashbangs over concussions. It's just my preference. You can throw in concussions, whatever. And then this is my last one. I just came up with a random name, but anyway, it's like a switch feeding class if I need to hit multiple people at the same time and I can't reload quick enough, or I get in a tough situation like that. But I use overkill with the ballista extended clip, and then I use the DSR extended clip CPU. The reason I use the DSR CPU instead of the ballista as the primary with the CPU is because the DSR sways more than the ballista that does, just in my opinion. So the CPU helps a lot out with that, and it just helps me out with that. And then the tac insert. With my mix, this is just a bunch of random stuff. So like I said, I like to run usually a submachine gun class with just a bunch of cool things, and then on the side, usually when I'm running machine gun class, I'll use dexterity and lightweight, because when you're using machine gun class, there's no need for tac mask and flat jacket. I mean, if you need to, then you can, but that's only when I'm competitive. Like when I'm playing competitive, I like to do that. Moving on, this is my favorite gun is the FAL. I'll show you my combat record in a second, but the FAL is my favorite, my go-to. You guys can use, some people like to use the M8, some people like the AM94. FAL is my go-to because I have a really, really strong trigger finger, and it just helps me out a lot. So I use reflex sight and just pull on that, and I put on that hard line